Hey guys, I know that you wanted a full tour of Charlie the box truck, but I didn't want to do that while I was in Canada because it was too cold to open up the back. So here we are in sunny Sedona, Arizona, and it's time to give you guys that tour. Come on inside. Okay guys, so first maybe a disclaimer. Charlie is being lived in right now. This is his first time away from home. So this is kind of a test, even though it's several thousand miles of testing. This is kind of a test to see how he would do in the wild. So he's being lived in. He is a mess. I cleaned up as best as I could. I should actually take my shoes off because I washed the floor today. I cleaned up as best as I could for filming this, but it is what it is. So let me turn on some lights to make sure we have good lighting in here. I wanted to show you the light switches. These are the only light switches in Charlie, and see, it's all dirty just from being lived in. Anyway, the first switch does the first set of 6 lights. The second switch is the second set of 6 lights. And then the third switch is something special that I wanted an accent light to use at night or make it look cool or whatever. So click, there's that. So in behind this, I call this the accent wall. This is the cat's leash, so don't judge me. She's tied off to a pad eye right there, and she's sleeping up in the front seat. But anyway, I wanted, because I did the really nice bluish green color throughout, I wanted an accent wall. So that's the same wood as the ceiling is. These like, I don't know what you call that, shiplap. Anyway, I ran that down the wall to kind of create like, I don't know, just like a cool feature right there. I guess we'll start at the back. So there's a little shelf up here because this was a hollow spot in the framework of the truck, and I'll show you the outside after. There's a switch here that I don't know how to finish it, but what it is the winch switch that moves the cable that closes this door. It's like a drawbridge door. So when you push up, it winches that up and the door closes. So I don't have any actual positive engagement latches of any kind. The winch holds the door shut going down the road, and that's been fine. It is kind of nerve-wracking to think, like, what if the winch failed and the door flew open in traffic? I don't know. But it didn't happen, and I've been through some hell of a drive across of the U.S. So nothing's gone wrong, knock on wood. Down this side, we have the TV, 43-inch TV. And in behind the TV, we have like a little locky thingy. This is the closet. So we got all the tools. We got the DeWalt charger. We got the battery charger for the cameras. Inside that box is where the winch lives. And I got a little coat hanger deal up there to hang things up. All the cat's crap. I got a power bar right there that shuts off this section of the cabinet. So that would be the DeWalt charger, the camera charger. And behind this hanging rack is all the Starlink gear. So that little power bar will also shut off the Starlink. So this is kind of the closet. That's where all the junk goes. And I use these little Amazon latches. Then you have, of course, all your cupboards for your clothes. That one's shoes and a propane tank. I did little bins from the dollar store just to keep it tidy. And then this side has been laundry and camera gear, that kind of stuff. And then this one's actually empty because it's never, oh, now it's propane tanks again. So I thought I was going to get cold, so I did that. This is some flooring, like that floating floor with like just an edge on it. And inside, oh, there's Buddy's bird. He's got a giant macaw. This like van life thing is dope. People are so cool. Anyway, 2 lithium batteries, 300 amp hours each in that side. And then this side has just become like storage for junk. I got the vacuum, the solar controllers that are in absorption mode. We'll talk about the solar in a minute. All the kind of just junk. And I put it in a bin so that I could take it out of there easily. Okay, desktop computer. We've got the butcher block. The drone is charging because I did some drone shots for you guys. Of course, the tile work, my first ever experience with tile, and it honestly turned out really nice. Super impressed with that. It's super bright in here with the sun, so you probably can't even see that the monitors are on, but uploading a Charlie drone video right now. Anyway, yeah, got the speakers. All this stays the way it is while I'm driving, and the desktop is held on by a magnet right there that you can see. So if you push hard enough, it'll disconnect the magnet. Down here is my green screen. It's a rollout green screen, and it goes up from that pad eye to that pad eye, and the camera sits on the desk, so I can actually make all my work videos here. So when I'm filming in here, you wouldn't even know I was in here because I have a green screen at home. Use a green screen here, you'd not know the difference. Okay, this side is the Murphy bed. That's a water tank. It holds 50 gallons. The Murphy bed will unfold that last so that you guys can see it, because like it's going to get in the way. They got the table. I did a butcher block here as well with some bedside drawers to keep your junk in. The table that folds down, you just flip it shut. And you can fold in half, so it's just this piece or the whole thing. I leave it there for the cat because she likes to hang out here and look out the window. Moving forward, kitchen. Was going for like beachy, sort of like light tone vibes. Single burner, more butcher block, more flooring. This is a different color flooring than the stuff was over there. And then, of course, the green walls. This is, honestly, I suck at trim and I suck at finish work, but, you know, it is what it is. Food. And then, of course, dishes and stuff. Got all my plates and bowls, all that kind of thing. Fridge, silverware. The water heater's under here behind all this crap. And it's on right now, full blast, and the water's hot because there's solar, so we might as well make use of it. Everything's got positive engagement locks. If you're from the Midwest, you know what a junk drawer is. This is a junk drawer. I have the smoke alarm. It actually goes right there. And it's in here because in Miami it was so hot that the smoke alarm just went off all the time. Got some cameras to see outside. So that's behind the truck. That is port side, that's starboard side. No, that's starboard, that's port. I don't know. Anyway, there's one on the front of the truck too. But when you use the long wire to get to it, there's an Amazon review that said if you use the long wire, that camera won't work. And it was right. The front camera doesn't work. So I got to figure out a solution for that. I even shortened the wire and it didn't fix it. So whatever. Don't judge me on my air conditioner. The thing is, there's an air conditioner behind, just a normal everyday air conditioner, and it looks nice and it's white and it's very pretty. The problem is, as you drive down the road, there's so much cold air coming in through the cowl on the front that hides the air conditioner that it's making it really cold in here when you go for a drive. So I'm going to build a cabinet around it so that it's hidden and then it's airtight and all that. But for now, I grabbed some insulation and some duct tape and that'll have to work. Medicine cabinet for all your junk. The garbage is in here. I was trying to find a garbage can that would fit in this. I got a little bungee cord holding the door open. But I couldn't find one that I liked. And this is better. It's like a garbage holder that you would use in your yard when you're cleaning up leaves or something. But it works great because it squishes. So this door can be open all the way. There's the cat sleeping. Got the iPad for navigation. I've actually just been using it to watch TV. We have a 1080 screen, a high-def backup camera screen, and that's on full time, so I can always see what's behind me while I'm driving down the road. Otherwise, it's just a plain, simple truck interior. Kenwood, I got 10-inch subs on either side, 1500 watt amp under the seat. There's the DC to DC converter that pulls energy from the thing. So I'll explain that real quick. You can't charge lithium batteries from the alternator on an engine. The alternator is set up for lead acid batteries. It doesn't work with lithium. And doing that will actually probably fry the alternator, because if the lithium shuts off and the alternator didn't expect it, the diodes and the rectifier and everything in the alternator can fry. So you never want to hook an alternator to lithium. So what you do is you hook the alternator to the regular truck battery that it comes with, and you run a DC to DC charger in between that battery in the front, the lead acid battery, and your lithium in the back. That way, if the lithium suddenly shuts off, stops accepting a charge, or the BMSs die or something, they were just pulling power from the lead acid battery in the front. So the alternator will barely notice if those shut off. So the DC to DC converter is a 30 amp. It runs about 20 to 30 while you're driving. And it only turns on to charge the batteries in the back when the front battery has enough charge. So you fire up the truck, it uses some energy from the truck battery to start itself. The alternator replaces that energy, and then the DC to DC sees that it's full again, turns on, and starts feeding some energy back there. So I know it's kind of complicated, but anyway. Air conditioner's plugged in here. Bathroom, stupid cat thing. Sorry about that. I'm totally waking her up right now. I did a different colored tile in here. I never even cleaned the paint off it, so it's kind of a mess. I'm sorry. Jabsco electric flush. So you push a button to flush it. There's a light switch. There's a light. It's adjustable too. There's the readings from the tanks. They're basically empty. There's a fan here that the other switch does, just a 120 computer fan. Normal residential household shower, that was very important to me. This is a water saving thing, it's actually super cool. Really nice, doesn't use a ton of water, and it kind of mists at you. So it's actually a really enjoyable shower. I've been having a shower like sometimes twice a day on my trip just because it's really nice. And there's so much energy coming from the solar that I can make so much hot water that I'm like, man, I might as well use it, right? But I ran out of water once already in a week. So that 50-gallon tank was empty after a week of just me. But electric flush toilets use a lot of water, and 2 showers a day uses a lot of water. So it is what it is. Sorry, cat. This is my bath mat on the floor. What else do I want to show you guys? Probably take you around the outside. I have an electric heater in here. It's wired to the plug on the side of the truck. So it will run off the batteries, but it drains the batteries so fast. Couple hours, they'll be empty if you run that thing on high. So it's wired to the outside of the truck. And if I'm ever somewhere that I can plug in, not a 30 amp, just a normal extension cord 15 amp plug, I can run that heater off of it. And that's the only thing the truck uses external power for, is for that heater. Yeah, fridge, all the normal stuff. Sink with the little drying rack. Everything's a mess. Again, apologize. Keurig, like my coffee. And I've got all kinds of coffee in this drawer. Pots and pans, all that stuff. Pretty sweet. Anyway, let's go outside. Okay, we're outside. Look at Sedona. It is gorgeous. Anyway, Charlie is a 2004 GMC Savannah 3500. He just looks like a beat up work truck or a delivery truck. And that was the goal, to be completely stealth while we're out there. 6 liter 4L80, 10 miles per gallon in the flat states, 8 miles per gallon in the states with hills. I put some side skirts on there to hide all the tankage. So what I did underneath was these 50-gallon tanks, one on each side. So this is the toilet, the black, the other side is the gray. And I ran 1.5 inch ABS regular house pipe everywhere under there to do what it needed to do with traps and everything. So it's all done right. There's the bathroom fan. Gas fill, that's the flap that shuts down to hide this window so that when the window's closed, you can't tell there's a window. There's the water fill. I know I should have some sort of locking mechanism for it, but I don't. What else? The back door folded down with its little stand-up legs. And camera, there's a camera above the flap. There's a camera on the other side that you saw from those screens in there. And then there's a camera on the front that of course doesn't work. And the little bubble I put on the air conditioner is actually a roof vent scoop cover thing, which works great. This side's the same, except there's 2 outlets. One is for the 15 amp in that I mentioned, and the other one is a 15 amp out. So if somebody needed electricity, they're welcome to plug into it while my batteries are full, and I could feed or outdoor power tools or things like that. So that's it. That's the Charlie Tour camera. Oh, and the solar, I guess I should mention that. The solar, I'll use drone footage to explain this, but the solar tilts up about 25 degrees to get more sun, and then the Starlink is facing the opposite direction. So if the truck is facing east, the solar will be tilted to the south, which is what you want. The Starlink will be tilted to the north, which is what Starlink recommends, and the tailgate folded down will be pointed west, which is the direction of sunsets. So you'll be getting maximum solar, maximum Starlink, and maximum sunset watching with the truck as long as it's pointed east. Whew. Anyway, that's the tour. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you subscribe to the channel and leave some comments. Let me know what else I need to do. There will be a fold-up arrangement back here, and it'll all be screened in, but that's sort of like the second phase of Charlie. Let me know what else we need. I'll see you guys next time. Love ya.